Castelnou is a lovely little town set among the rolling hills of the eastern Pyrenees, snugged up under a castle whose origin dates to the 10th century. The current fortifications are more 14th century, but visiting Castelnou, which means New Castle in Catalan, is still a pleasant leap back in time. It's an absolute jewel of a walled village. Bonjour, and welcome to the Potty Post series, visiting France's most beautiful villages in the south of France, which includes the areas of Provence and the Languedoc-Roussillon. When it comes to promoting medieval villages with winding cobblestone streets decked out in flowering window boxes and pastel or stone facades, France excels. Today we're visiting the village of Castelnou, which is about 20 minutes southwest of Perpignan in the Pyrenees-Orientales. Before we enter the village, let's take a moment to check out the church, which is just opposite the castle walls, the Santa Maria del Mercadal, which was built in the 12th century. The population of Castelnou had outgrown the small village chapel, so this church was built to accommodate the growth. And the Tuesday summer market, today isn't Tuesday, is held in these stalls just down from the church. We're entering the historic village by way of this arched gateway that was part of the fortifications built in the 14th century. The village has 4 gates, one for each compass point. The narrow cobblestone streets all lead upward toward the castle, and you pass some really pleasing stone houses as you meander through the village. You see the bulge on the outside wall of this house on the first floor. That's a bread oven. It's a characteristic that's known to this part of France in the Pyrenees-Orientales. The original castle, built in the 10th century, was mostly destroyed in the 16th century and then renovated in the 20th century, but then this structure as well was destroyed by fire. The castle was restored and it's still under restoration. So when it's done, visitors will be able to peer into the Middle Ages. No croissants or café allongé. But the castle grounds are a lovely place to walk around and enjoy the views, so you might want to call ahead and see if the castle has been opened and finished before you make the trip, because it would be worth it to include it in a visit to Castelnou. Castelnou was almost completely deserted in the 18th century. Today, the population of Castelnou is over 300, 336, 328, something like that, and is a popular town for tourists, as you can see by the specialty shops, restaurants, and ateliers along the town's two streets. As always, thanks for joining me on my wander through Castelnou. which is featured on my new app, Potty Poche. Potty Poche is a fantastic little travel guide for must-see destinations in the Languedoc-Roussillon and Provence, which uniquely includes GPS locations, descriptions, and ratings of all the public toilets in the villages visited on the app. Written in 5 languages, it's an app for people on the go, like yourselves, who have to go. So if you're out and about in the south of France, take Potty Poche with you. Available on Apple and Google. And I leave you with this: the marrow of life is not your usual trek.